I totally shot myself in the foot. Not literally, obviously. Otherwise, if I actually had done that, I would not appear as relaxed as I am. See, for those of you who do not live in the state of Arizona, this weekend is daylight savings time. It's a biannual sort of thing or semi-annual. Darn, I forget the term. Anyway, basically it happens twice a year, where in the spring, we move 1 hour forward. In the fall, we move 1 hour back. Now, being the preparedness-oriented person that I am, I thought, you know what? I'm going to get to my clocks as soon as possible. I'm going to get it done, so don't forget. Everything's going to be A-okay. I totally got this. So, last night, I do in fact fix the clocks in my place. Then I realized when I woke up this morning, it was already time to get my day started. So I'm frantically getting everything ready and making sure that I have everything ready to go. I'll be explaining what my plans are in a moment. But, I sit down at my computer, getting ready to talk about some of the things I am going to be talking about this morning. And I take a look at the clock. To put things into perspective, it's right now 5:45 in the morning when I'm doing this video. Yes. Needless to say, the thought of being late for anything or anything of that nature worked. And I am surprisingly not very tired, considering I went to bed like at 11 o'clock last night. And I got up right before 5. This is going to be a very long day. It should be fun though. Good morning, happy Saturday, everybody. It is Saturday morning. Yes, as I said before, this weekend is daylight savings time. Be sure to change your clocks, 1 hour ahead. I know it sort of technically shortens the weekend, but it's what you gotta do. I don't know what to tell you. Plus, if you're gonna do it, you may want to, get into that habit like now. So, really forget to do it later. And also, as a friendly reminder, I highly recommend that if you haven't gotten to your cars to fix your clocks, now would be a good time to do so. Because seriously, fixing the clocks in your car is like the one thing everybody forgets to do. Like, there are times that I forget, but I'm like, wait, I'm in my car, I can just fix my clock right now. So I did. So basically, except for my computer, every clock in my place right now is saying it's almost 7 a.m. when it's really almost 6 a.m. But again, I am surprisingly not as tired as I ought to be. I'm not going to be jinxing this. I just realized what's going on. So, yes. One thing I definitely want to talk about today is to the good people over at Peas Macarons. I know you guys have a big day today. Going to the Horseheads Central Plaza Bazaar thing, I think is what it is. I forget the name, okay? But the point is, I know you have a very important event today, which sadly I will not be able to attend today because I will be in the city of Corning all day. Know that I'm rooting for you. You guys are going to do well. I hope you do well. And, obviously I hope you have a wonderful day. But yes, I wanted to get that out of the way. No, I will be rooting for you in spirit. So, yes, there's good vibes. We give you good vibes here. Here. This is like him doing the, spirit fingers thing they do at basketball games. There we go. Okay, so, yes, I hope you guys have a pretty good day today. And, that being said, I guess I could quickly make some, XFL picks right now because I am rocking my jersey. So, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, adjust my tile a little bit. There we go. Okay, so, all right. Okay, good. If I can quickly. Here we go. So, this afternoon, the first game is between the Seattle Dragons and the Houston Roughnecks. Now, the Seattle Dragons have only one loss, which is pretty good. But the Houston Roughnecks are undefeated. They are clearly the team to beat in this league. And I get the feeling it's not going to be any different here. So, I'm picking the Houston Roughnecks over the Seattle Dragons. As for this evening's game at 5, it's the New York Guardians and the Dallas Renegades. Again, another potentially tough call, but Dallas has been proven to be more consistent than New York. And plus, every time I pick one Texas team, I'm almost assuredly going to pick the other. So, I'm picking the Dallas Renegades over the New York Guardians. Sorry, home state. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, the Guardians only have, 2 wins. Meanwhile, the Dallas Renegades are 3-1. I'll take. Honestly, I know it probably does seem like I'm picking the better teams with the better records overall, but again, there's not really enough about this league in terms of knowledge that I know that I could use for, better analysis. So, my picks are going to be the Houston Roughnecks and the Dallas Renegades for today. That was easy. So, yes, those are my picks. In terms of what I'm going to be doing or what I did yesterday, well, I got to go to Rita's again. It was wonderful. I have to go back. Honestly, going to Rita's every Friday. I'm going to Rita's every Friday since 2015, and I love it. I mean, I've been going every opening day since 2014, but I've been going every Friday since 2015, and I haven't looked back. I mean, yeah, there's a couple Fridays I do miss, but I make sure I make up for them because you gotta have my Rita's. Once a week, if I can swing it, that's exactly what I do. And I'm not about to stop doing that. So that's always nice. There's the tiredness. Anyway, where was I? Yes. So last night I went to Bernie Murray's again, had their fish fry again. It was wonderful. Got to see someone very special last night and got to talk to this person. That was awesome as well. And actually, one thing I haven't talked about in terms of fish, and I mean, I have stated in the past that fish is often very light for me, and it does take a lot to fill me up. And this is honestly the case here at Bernie Murray's too, but the story I was about to say is that if I were to take a guess who the biggest fish lover in my family is, it's easily my mother. I know that the fillet of fish is gross, but my mother loves it ever so. Which, here's the thing, because she's been so, fixated on the fillet of fish, especially during this time of year being Lent. No matter what the fish dish is, it could be like swordfish or anything like that. It absolutely has to come with tartar sauce. Seriously, I remember growing up, if we all went out to dinner, but my mom had to work, but we had to bring something home. If it was fish related, if it didn't come with tartar sauce, we were all in for it. Head for the hills, head for the bunker, get yourself earplugs. Cause yeah, it was really it was my father who got yelled at, but let's be honest. The fact that it came to a point where both my brother and I knew what we were supposed to do and we didn't do it, yeah, we got yelled at too. Actually, over the years, my father made some pretty dumb decisions when it came to bringing stuff home for my mom. Actually, one time I was persuaded into bringing home the wrong thing by my late aunt, which I honestly never did forgive my late aunt for. Then again, considering that I got yelled at the way I did, I don't think I would ever forgive her. But basically, there's a couple stories I got. All right, I'll give you two. The first one that definitely comes to mind is it was my late aunt, my brother, my father, and myself. And we all went to the Elbow Room. Now, if you're not familiar with these videos, then you would not know, but the Elbow Room is one of those places that I have deemed to have the best wings in the area, hands down. I mean, yes, there's also Bernie Murray's. There's also Lakeside up at Cuckoo Lake and the Pleasant Valley Inn up in Branchport, which is also by Cuckoo Lake, and lots of other places. But like, if you were to put them like in those tiers you see online, you put the Elbow Room most definitely in S tier. That's the best one. So, actually, for the record, Bernie Murray's would also be in S tier as well. So, you know. Anyway, and Lakeside and Pleasant Valley Inn, they would be, or not, just Valiant. That's, the Pleasant Valley Inn is a completely different place. Anyway, it's the Valley Inn, Lakeside, Bernie Murray's, Elbow Room, all S tier. There we go. I've spoken. Now then, for the best wings, that is. Anyway, so we're thinking about what we want to bring home to my mother. Now, I knew for a good while that the Elbow Room doesn't really have the greatest menu in terms of things that my mother would like. They do have very good salads, though. You know, my mom likes salad, and so I'm thinking, be sure to get a salad for my mom. But, this is before that my brother and I were grown men. So when we ordered wings, it was actually a lot of food at the time. So I was like, I'll take the food home and have your mother eat that. And I'm like, Dad, I'm actually still kind of hungry. No, we're going to bring the food home. Which actually both upset me. And when my mom did not get her chicken Caesar salad from the Elbow Room, she was upset. So, yes. Be sure to get salad for my mom if it ever comes to that ever again. I mean, it's only ever happened once, and there's never been a situation to redeem it, so that's pretty sad. But, I have time for one more even sadder story about my mom's quirky eating habits. Well, this one isn't quirky, and believe me, if I get yelled at by any of you for this, I understand. So, it was one weekend where my father and I was old enough to be home alone. I think I was like 13, 14 years old at the time. My father, my mother, and my brother had some sort of basketball tournament to go to for my brother because that's what my brother specialized in. He was a basketball player. And I think he did travel basketball, I think. And, I didn't want to go, so I was able to be home alone. It was my aunt, actually both of my late aunts, I believe, my late uncle, and both of my grandparents going out for, Saturday night. No, it was just my grandparents and my late aunt. That's what it was. And for dinner, we went to Lib's. Now, if you've seen my videos, you know many a time I have given nothing but the best possible reviews I could ever give to any place for Lib's. Again, if I said that, I just said that Elbow Room, Bernie Murray's, Lakeside, and the Valley Inn are all S tier in terms of wings. Well, I assure you, Lib's is S tier of this area. and I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this can attest to that. And for those of you who do not live in this area, now you know. And now you have an idea as to where to go to should you visit. So, also Moretti's. You gotta go to Moretti's too. That's also S tier. Okay, I have spoken. Now, so pretty obvious. When it comes to libs, the best thing on the menu, hands down, is the shrimp scampi. I love the shrimp scampi. My father loves the shrimp scampi. My grandmother loves the shrimp scampi. So you can imagine, my mother also loves that shrimp scampi. It was my late, and this is what I was alluding to earlier about how I wouldn't forgive my late aunt for this. I knew what I had to do in terms of bringing stuff home. No, you know what? I'm wrong. It was my father and my brother had to travel. My mother had to work, so she was home. So I was able to be home because, my mom was at work. So I had to bring something home for her. So I knew, okay, I'm getting the shrimp scampi. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be a good son. I'm going to do that, right? My late aunt convinced me to get the scallop scampi, which I don't even know if they even have that on their menu anymore. I mean, there's scampi, any, chicken scampi, scallop scampi, sure. Anything scampi related libs is guaranteed to be outstanding. Anyone can attest to that. But, okay, I'll get the scallop scampi. Now, I bring it home, and, I'm going to be a good son. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to wait for me. I'm going to stay and say, to be perfectly honest, one of the reasons why my mom did yell at me is because I really should have been in bed when I wasn't. I mean, even though it was a Saturday night, and everyone and their grandmother is going to be up late on a Saturday night. Not to mention, I'm getting a little older, so I can sort of afford to do that, but I digress. So I stay up late, waiting for mom to come home from work. I'm gonna watch her have that scallop scampi. She's gonna, she loves me no matter what, but she's gonna say she loves me. It's gonna be great, right? First of all, the fact she was yelling at me for obviously being up as late as I was. This is like 9:30 at night, 9 o'clock or 9:30 at night. So she's already yelling at me for that, and then she yelled at me for bringing home the wrong thing. Oh, that was a heartbreaker for me. That being said, I will never get my mother the wrong thing ever. Even if I'm told to get her something else, I'm like, no, I'm going to get her exactly what I know I'm supposed to get her. And, if you tell me otherwise, I'm going to tell her to come yell at you. That's how I take that very seriously. So, yes. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, getting the wrong kind of scampi from Libs is an incredibly far cry away from getting tartar sauce with fish of any kind. So, needless to say, I know better than to displease my mother when it comes to knowing what you get her. And that's a lesson you should take an opportunity to do, kids. Pay attention to what your mother likes. It could very well save your life one day. Like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button, follow me on social media platforms, turn on YouTube. I'm here to come on me this video for all of you guys who watch and enjoy for tonight. And hopefully you all have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. You're ready for daylight savings time. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat with me here to London here, I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. Like making sure you bring your mother home the right kind of scampi from Libs. See ya!